What's good, YouTube? Today we are on the Frost Death Knight. Gonna do a SWOLABEAR'S Death Knight build. Only for the Frost spec though. Haven't actually messed around with Unholy because, just like Feral, the only other class to get a massive overhaul come this patch was Frost Death Knight. And it was huge. Like, if you want to read the patch notes, I don't think I covered the patch notes, but just type in 7.3 patch notes for Frost Death Knight and you'll see like a massive list of number changes and like even blue posts about what they wanted to do with Frost Death Knights. Okay, so this is all about the someone's gone nuts over the this isn't the build you'd go for when it comes to maximizing damage, most likely in PvE. There'd be a slight talent choice here somewhere that would, you know, add to your overall DPS. Same with PvP. I know, for instance, that Obliteration and Hungering Rune Weapon, when it comes to PvP, maybe not low rated because you can pop breath and normally just obliterate someone. But the problem is when you get to high rated or higher rated arena, people will start to shut down breath. You'll pop it, bang, stun you. Your runic power runs out and it's just cancelled, like, or something like that. They'll just jump away from you. It's easy enough to like avoid, which makes it extremely hard for you to keep up. So the only reason that you would go for it in like just questing, which is exactly what I do, is, for instance, just for this purpose, you'd never just pop it out like this normally. You don't normally want to pair it with Pillar of Frost or things like that, but you pop it and it stays just with how much runic power you have. So you want to use and continue to get off obliterations to get the most use out of it. So that's the go with that. Like I said, don't do it in max PvP if you want to. There's better builds and I can cover that as well because I do have a pretty good idea of what the Death Knights are doing. But for this instance, let's go over why I like it for questing. So Icy Talons and stuff, just more attack speed. Freezing Frog. Freezing Frog. Are you kidding me? Freezing Fog because of the AoE purpose. So things like Freezing Fog and Avalanche together, when Pillar of Frost are active, it just like rains down on them and does, I'm pretty sure it's AoE damage, but either way, it's more just AoE pressure. And that goes well with Breath, because what you pretty much want to do when it comes to like questing and pulling mobs is, if you want to burn through the quest quick, right, or you're farming for ore or things like that, you do things like this, where we'll just get everyone together. You can even use your big thing and just clear everything, and like, you know what I mean, mobs just die. So this can be for like what I'm doing right now, skinning purposes. Now if you are doing skinning, also want to add that you should buy Legion Skinning enchant for your hands. It'll just make things quicker. You can also get a mining one, just type in Legion Mining or Legion Skinning, things like that. And also, pro tip, I don't think like many people forget about it, but you can enchant your shoulders. So go back to, if you want the Harvester enchants, which drops bags of harvest good, had fish and everything, you get like 200-300 gold, and you know, it's nice, it's just free. So go to Velshara for the Harvester one, go to down at Lolathri or however you pronounce it, and there'll be a seller there if you've got enough rep with them, the enchant shoulders. But going back to the build, this is what I run just because it just works so good. Burning through quest objectives and things like that, I feel like this is the best and the most fun to do because you can pull the biggest pack that you can see in the whole room. As you saw in that room, that was quite a lot. And paired up with like Pillar of Frost, if you're an Orc, Blood Fury, Breath, Remorseless Winter, Obliterates just everywhere. And then you can even use Empower Rune Weapon for more obliterates, keep up the breath. You can take down anything. And while I just pull some more mobs, I'll tell you like a little story, I guess. Just before I was gonna make this video, right? Watch out for those cats when they do the leap on you. It does quite a bit of damage. I was gonna make this video. I'm like, oh, I wonder how much damage, if you can look down here, we do when it comes to just killing mobs. Like, what can this build do damage-wise? Okay, so I just ran over to this quest mob. It was over in Corcoran, over near the Petrified Forest, right? There's a little quest objective that says kill this like big lady boss thing, right? So I walk over, I go Pillar of Frost, Breath of Cindergrosa, and I hit it. I'm just watching my runes down here. I hit Obliterate a few times. I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. I look down, like, wonder what the damage is at, and it was like 1 point something mil, right? For sustained damage, like you can keep up breath for a while, and all that's really required is obliterates. Like, for the input required, the damage is unbelievable. So I looked down at the damage, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. But mind you, I hadn't realized the mob had died. So I just looked at my runes, like hit like 2 obliterates, looked down, like 1 point something mil. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I look up, and my breath's still going, but there's no mob left. It had died. Mind you, it was only like 2 seconds. It probably died ago before I realized, but still, I didn't know it had died. I hadn't done anything. So Frost DK is also, like Feldjord, in a very amazing spot. They're just unreal. Don't forget the dragon either, but just a bigger cooldown. And yeah, just look at this. Breath's still going. Just chomping through everything. This is my, or Swola's, leveling build. We just get skinning drops, and now we can farm cloth, or whatever their freaking skins are called, more often. Leather. And that's it. So I'll pop it up one more time. Pick this, or something like it, if you want to try it out for yourself. It's just so good when it comes to questing. And be sure to like and subscribe if you're planning to. I will see you guys next time.
You will burn. Impressive tactics. No wonder the Legion has learned to fear you.